How's it going, guys? Welcome back to October Reads, and today we're going to read some Cullen Bunn once again, and that is Harrow County #1. So I got a chance to read some Cullen Bunn previously, and unfortunately I don't own the first issue of Harrow County, but I do have this bad boy. So this is the library edition of Harrow County by Cullen Bunn and Tyler Crook. So I've read and enjoyed this previously, but I figured I'd go ahead and use this format to read the first issue of Harrow County to see how it holds up on its own. So the issue starts with basically there's this witch. She's being hung from a tree like, you know, they would do witches back in the day in the 1700s and the 1800s when they accused someone of being a witch. So this person, they found out, they kind of let some things pass because this person had supernatural healing abilities. So she would occasionally help the town folk by healing whatever they needed to have healed, whether it was a pet, calf, kid, what have you. So they kind of looked past some of the oddities, but once the oddities started to stack up, like her luring kids to the river, her interacting with monsters and beasts that they weren't familiar with, they decided they needed to hang this witch and shoot the witch and stab the witch and burn the witch. A lot of bad things going on to the witch. Now cut to, well, not today, but I feel like the story takes place in like old frontier times. You get the character named Emmy, and she lives with her dad on a farm, and it basically starts off with her looking at her tree outside. It's a dead tree, and it looks like it's been struck by lightning, but there's this creepy hole in it, which she kind of envisions as a mouth trying to swallow the world whole, basically. So there's this creepy tree that haunts her in the front yard, and meanwhile, the dad she lives with is tending to a couple of dying calves, which she's wanting to name one of the calves, and the dad's like, hey, hold down for a second. We don't name calves. These are going to be what we live off of and all that stuff. It's not good to name your food, basically. So she goes in. She wants to name the calf anyway, but she wants to also care for it since it's dying. And as she's handling it, the dad, he's doing something out on the farm. He comes back, and all of a sudden, the calf's alive. Emmy's named it. She has somehow restored it to full health. And then that's when a couple of visitors show up, and we kind of find out when the dad's talking to one of the visitors that Emmy is getting ready to turn 18 years old, which is usually a rite of passage for any kid growing into an adult, or in the supernatural realm, maybe someone getting their right to be a witch. Maybe, probably in Harrow County, just saying. So anyway, Emmy's out playing outside the farm, and she runs across this stranger near the river she's playing at. She's a kid about her age, and he doesn't want to be seen, so he runs into some thorny bushes. Emmy cuts her cheek chasing after the kid, but once she actually catches up to this kid, all she sees is this skin husk that is somehow alive and trying to utter words, and that's where the issue cuts off. So I do enjoy this issue. I also enjoy Tyler Crook's art on this issue. It's almost just like these like cutesy style figures, like our Hummel figurines, or like an old kid's tale. You would, have a fairy tale you would tell a child in one of those older painted books. But there's this like darker twinge to it that I can't really describe. So there's some just great color work going on as well, along with this style of character that really gives Harrow County its own identity. So I really enjoy the art. I think this is one of Cullen Bunn's best books that he's done. I'm going to go ahead and give this one a 5 out of 5. Like I said, if you guys have a little bit extra money in your bank account, I highly recommend these library editions when they're still available. I got this one on In-Stock Trades. I think there's a few of these available. I actually still need to get the second one as well, but this one, well worth your time and money. I highly recommend Harrow County. So big thank you guys once again for checking out October Reads.